How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry. The last episode was a very fun one, I would say. It was full of high hopes, not really sure where the expectations were, and a lot of card games, President to be exact. And of course, everything went very south in the end of it for our main character, Keiichi. But now we're done with that. Hopefully we're getting back onto the serious stuff. Fingers crossed on that. I was kind of thinking, man, what am I going to record for the spooky season this year? And then I forgot, oh hey, I'm recording Higurashi. So hopefully we start getting into the real spooky stuff at some point before the 31st. I might have to start recording a lot more of this. Rennet was given permission to caress Rika-chan's head as much as she wanted, so they headed home together very pleased. That was kind of following up from how that all ended. Once again today, it was just Mion and I going home.
いやー、白熱したね。ケイちゃんがあんなに大貧民が強いとは思わなかった。いや、
俺自身が一番驚いてるよ。
Definitely a game I need to look into playing. If I was playing with guys, I would have been that strong, or I wouldn't have been that strong.
しかし、ひってえ目にあった。あんな姿で担架で運ばれた日にゃ、松代までの恥だ。
Also carrying off from the end of the last episode. Events that had occurred.
でもいいじゃん。7台は自慢できるくらいいい目も見たんだし。
Not exactly sure boast is the right word. Well, when she says it like that, we both smiled at each other. Oh.
Yeah? また会ったね、ケイイチ君。
Man, Tomitake, we keep on meeting in like some pretty random circumstances. It was Tomitake-san, and it felt like I'd been running into him quite often.
どうも。いい写真は撮れてますか？
ま、そこそこにね。で、
Tomitake-san suddenly leaned over and whispered into my ear.
しかし、ケイイチ君も隅に置けないな。
Yeah?
今日はこの間とは違う彼女かい？
そういうんじゃないですよ。
とぼけないとぼけない。若いうちは経験が大事なんだからな。
Because Tomitake-san let out such a crude laugh, Mion knew what we were talking about without even hearing his whispering.
富武のおじさまだってなかなか隅に置けないって噂ですけど。
いや、僕はそんなつもりで。
はいはい。お仕事頑張っていい写真いっぱい撮ってくださいな。バイバイ。
Mion seemed to really want to get rid of this lout quickly. From the way she spoke, it seemed as if Mion knew Tomitake-san quite well. Yeah, that's sort of the vibe I was getting.
今年は綿流しまで滞在ですかな？
うん、そのつもりだよ。お祭りを一通り撮影したらまた東京に帰るよ。
カメラマンってやつは本当に気楽な商売ですこと。
Not really.
早くでっかい賞を取って有名になってくださいよね。今期逃してまで写真撮影に熱中してるんだから。
そんなことはないと思うな。男は味噌汁から味が出るんだよ。
味噌から味が出てどうすんですか、バチーナ。
うん？あはは
はははは。
おっと、そろそろ宿に戻らないと暗くなっちゃうな。
Tomitake-san began to take his leave with a dry laugh. It did look like he was outmatched by Mion.
じゃあお二人ともお祭りでまた会おうね。
Yeah, I would assume so. Man, we still have some questions to ask him. After waving a hand cheerfully, Tomitake-san disappeared amidst the cries of the Higurashi.
あんな調子で本当に有名になれんのかね。個展開いたら私の写真展示してもらう約束になってんだけど、当分実現しそうにないかね。
ミオンは富武さんのことを知ってるんだ。
うん、知り合いっていうかほら、ここじゃよそ者はすぐ分かっちゃうからね。
昨日今日会ったばかりという感じじゃなかったな。
富武さんね、結構ちょくちょくHinamizawaに来るんだよ。年に2、3回くらいかな。季節の風景や野鳥を撮影してるんだってさ。ま、大した写真じゃないんだろうけどね。
The image Mion painted of Tomitake-san was fairly unique. The Tomitake-san I knew was more mysterious. The words flowed naturally from my mouth.
富武さんって本当に野鳥撮影で来てるのかな？
I was just wondering the same thing. Mion stared blankly at me, as if to ask, why do you say that?
なんかこう撮影以外の目的で来てるようなさ、そんな気がしないか？
Like about that incident, the dismemberment.
やっぱりそう思う？だとしたらいい感してるよ、ケイちゃん。
She agreed with what I thought, but was quite chipper in how she said it.
知ってるのか、ミオン？
もうね。他のみんなはひょっとすると気づいてないかもしれないけど、このおじさんの目はごまかせないしね。
Mion was posturing pretentiously, but I had easily come to a very different conclusion from what she was imagining. It felt like all the apprehensions I had about Tomitake-san had disappeared, lifting a burden off my shoulders. I was finally able to appreciate how clear the evening sky over Hinamizawa was. Yeah, I exhaled everything in my lungs and inhaled just as much. It smelled like dusk.
どうしたの、ケイちゃん？
日暮の声ってさ、こんなにも気持ちいいものだったんだなって。
Yeah, you know what? They are kind of soothing.
ケイちゃん、何を今さら。
Sound of crickets and all that is sort of what I'm used to. They're loud and annoying, but there's like a sense of calm, I guess you could say, with them. We both continued to giggle, not knowing why.
レナは今頃どうしてるかな？リカちゃんを思う存分可愛がれたのかな？
That could be taken the wrong way.
今頃は夕食を振る舞うから遊びにおいでって誘ってる真っ最中だよ。
うまく持ち帰れるといいな。
どうだろうね。リカちゃんってあれでなかなかうまいから。
ああ、それは同感。頭を撫でる罰ゲーム。あれ、きっとリカちゃんだぜ。
私も同感。校長先生の頭を撫でられるのはリカちゃんだけだし。
Just pointless chit-chat. The hot day felt like it was being, sorry. I cannot properly say the correct words here. It was being cooled down by the cries of the Higurashi. Oh, well, here's our little transition. It was a nice little scene. Is that the end of a chapter or whatever? Are we gonna get some tips? Yep, we have the community notice. Tight. I don't think we got a Steam achievement this time. Oh, nope, we did. A fate worse than death. That is a very interesting Steam achievement title, if taken out of context, to be honest. Alright, let's view our new tip. A phone. That is indeed a phone in that thumbnail. We're greeting the end of the rainy season sooner than in prior years. On this day, when it feels like summer will soon arrive, I'm pleased that everyone is in good health. The season for the I've said this before, I think, Watanagashi is finally upon us. I believe the assistance of the town council will make this a wonderful festival. I also wish to ask for the assistance of everyone in regards to a few things. 1. Collecting bizarre goods. Villagers are welcome to put their wares on show at the well-received Hinamizawa Grand Bazaar exhibition. Anything is welcome, from unconsumed gifts to used clothing. No raw goods, please. Management, Makino, telephone number that. Recruiting, or number 2, recruiting Little Festival Drum Dancers. The renowned Little Festival Drum Dancers group, known for its careful choreography, the Shofu Society, is taking last-minute participants. We're looking for any showboat elementary and middle schoolers. Management, okay, yeah. Number 3, taking donations. We are accepting donations in multiples of 1,000 yen. For every 1,000 yen donation, you'll be awarded a refreshment stand ticket. Management, Sonozaki, telephone number that. We are always taking suggestions for ways to improve the festival. If you have an interesting idea, call Kimiyoshi. There's a 200 yen refreshment stand ticket attached below the cut line. Well, that's nice. Well, that was kind of a, in my opinion, useless tip. I didn't really gain much from that. I don't know if there was something we were supposed to gain from that, but I didn't gain too much from that at this time. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparations, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Onikakashu 5 Demon Firefight, and it was one of the biggest events in the club.
Keiichi, この浴衣、まだ着れるかしら?
Ooh, we're gonna wear a yukata.
ちょっと袖を通してみてくれる?
Okay, honest question, is it yukata or is it yukata? Or is it pronounced like somehow different? Because I'm really not good with pronunciations. Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata.
いいよ、浴衣なんて。恥ずかしいから普段着で行くよ。
でもお祭りなんだから着て行きなさいな。
レナとかは普段着でいいって言ってたぜ。浴衣なんか着てったらかえって恥さらしだよ。
Excuse me, I put on the same old vest as usual.
祭りにはレナたちと行くからさ。俺のことは放っておいて大丈夫。
そう？じゃあ母さんは父さんが起きたら2人で行くわね。
Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa.
あの調子じゃ夕べも徹夜かな。
急ぎの原稿をようやく発送したとこなの。ひょっとすると起きないかもね。
It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. As his son, it's a bit strange for me to say, but I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3 and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. Maybe he's actually a master painter, and I just never knew it. Yes. Yes. Uh-oh, it was already time. I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside.
あらあら、レナちゃん。いつもうちの圭一がお世話になってまして。
おばさま、こちらこそお世話になって。
Why are you blushing just from meeting my mom?
そこで真っ赤になるな。実に気まずい。
Yeah.
行くぞ、レナ。
I can understand that. Since Rena would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. The smart move, to be honest.
ケイチをよろしくね。
はい、おばさま。ケイチ君はレナが命に変えましても。
Yeah. Then why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away.
はい、ケイちゃん。今日はお腹すかしてる？露店で済ますんだからね。
部活が露店勝負と分かってて腹を無駄に膨らますと思ったかよ。
そうでなくっちゃ。
さとことリカちゃんはもう神社に行ってるのか？
リカちゃんはお祭りの実行委員さんだもん。さとこちゃんもきっと一緒だよ。
そっか。よっしゃ、今日は目いっぱい騒ぐぞ。
We were already in high spirits with just the 3 of us. Oh hey, festival stalls. It was way more lively at the Farood Shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns, excuse me. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable.
すげえ人だな。Hinamizawaってこんなに人がいたんだ。
綿流しのお祭りはみんな来るよ。多分Hinamizawaの人の半分くらいは来てるんじゃないかな。それだけじゃないよ。 近隣の町の町会や子供会も招待してる。
そうだよな。俺たちの学校あれしか生徒いないのに。
What? Well, yeah.
今日は子供の姿がやたらたくさんある。
お祭りの賑やかさはやっぱり子供の賑やかさだからね。
That's true. I agree.
どうもこんばんは。
These two knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet.
あら、レナちゃん。この間はお惣菜をありがとうね。うちの子も美味しいって喜んでたわ。
いえいえ。気に入ってもらえて嬉しいです。和正くんにもよろしくお伝えくださいね。
よー、園崎のお嬢ちゃんじゃねえの。今年も屋台担いで来てやったぜ。
おっちゃん、太った？
Alright.
今からそんなお腹じゃ果ては心筋梗塞だね。
I think that would have been a very okay thing to say, but whatever.
この兄ちゃんは新顔だな。嬢ちゃんの後輩かい？
うちの部員だよ。期待のニューフェイス。侮ると一晩で屋台潰されるよ。
Wait a minute.
嬢ちゃんのお墨付きかい。そりゃお手柔らかに頼むぜ。
I don't even know how to like how would one introduce themselves after somebody introduces you like that to someone. As you can imagine, Mion was chatting away with the old guys running the stalls.
みーちゃんは元気いいからね。おじさんたちにすごく人気あるの。
レナも人気あると思うけどな。可愛いし。
That was, of course, so long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute.
レナが？誰に人気あるのかな？あるのかな？
誰かにだよ。
I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tussling her hair.
露天商は町からわざわざ来てくれるんだよ。やっぱりこういうのがないとお祭りは盛り上がらないよね。
People gotta make money somehow, too.
で、それを俺たちは荒らして回るわけか。どんな勝負にせよ、俺は負けないぜ。
そうだね。頑張ろう。
Oh, here we go.
遅いですわ、皆様。レディーを待たせるとはケイチさんもなってないでございますわ。
おお、そりゃすまんな。で、その待たせたレディーってのはどこにいるんだ？
I mean, it was a good comeback, I'm not gonna lie.
なんですって？
Alright, Sadako was in top form as well. Seemed that she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while.
リカちゃん、かわいい。
Rena let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance.
こんばんはですよ、みんな。
Alright, so at least somebody's wearing something that you would see at a fest. Actually, wait a minute. That's not a yukata. Is it?
ケイチもこんばんはです。いいねいいね。今年も決まってるじゃん。かわいいかわいい。お持ち帰り。
Rika-chan was wearing a shrine maiden outfit. Okay. See, that looked a little different from a traditional, or I guess just what you'd see out of a normal yukata. So I wasn't exactly sure. Shrine maiden outfit, got it. So Rika-chan was wearing a shrine maiden outfit. Yep, Rena's little outburst was completely understandable.
リカちゃんの服装は本格派だな。
They probably
こ
are.
れって本物の巫女さんの服か？
うちのバッチャのお手製。結構本格派でしょ？リカちゃんはお祭りの最後に大切なお仕事があるからその衣装なの。
I see. Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival.
お仕事はお祭りの最後のところだけなのです。まだまだゆっくり遊べますですよ。
ってことはここで時間を無駄にできないということですわ。参りましょう。
よっしゃー。
How right, we say. It felt good to wander around the festival with just the 5 of us. Mion called everyone over to a stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition.
たこ焼き早食い勝負。各自購入の上、よーいドン。
A standard, in vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events was the fact that they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only.
ケイチ君大丈夫？お水お水。ああ、そんな熱々たこ焼き丸飲みなんて自殺行為でございますわ。
作り置きの冷めたやつを購入するのがコツかな。
実に美味しくないですよ。
Well, it is a competition after all. I guess what matters is winning the competition, not what the food tastes like. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then, it didn't matter.
今度はかき氷にしようぜ。完食早食い勝負だ。レディーゴー。
かき氷の早食いなんて無理。体温で少しでも溶かせば。冷たいですの。
甘いね。おじさんはシロップ大盛りで頼んだのさ。混ぜればすぐに溶ける。
Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall.
完食だ。
ケイちゃんが？早すぎる。
まさかケイチ君、後ろの金魚すくいのお水を入れたんじゃ。実に美味しくないですよ。
Yeah, actually. Forget the whole competition thing, let's not do anything too terrible. Next to that was another old favorite, a cotton candy stand.
次はこちらにしませんこと？もちろん早食いですわ。ねえねえ、わたあめの早食いなんてどうやるんだろう。
You could really just stuff that shit in your mouth, but that's a lot.
どうやるんだろう。
On Sadako's mark, Mion, Sadako, and I all compressed the cotton candy with our bare hands. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths, 3 seconds.
さとこはともかく、ケイちゃんも気づいてたとはね。
俺をいつまでも新入部員扱いしないことだぜ。
実に美味しくないですよ。
Nothing really is gonna taste good. Rika-chan had also crushed it between her hands and stuck it into her mouth.
こんなわたあめの食べ方、きっと日本中でもここだけだよ。
I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten. But it felt like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop at the rate things were going.
それでもおじさんは勝つけどね。
白磁気勝負ではミオンさんにはかないませんわね。
ああ、まったく。
何あんたたち。次は焼きそばにブルーハワイかけて食べる勝負にしたいわけ？
Shake, shake. Both Sadako and I shook our heads in unison.
あのさ、今度はちょっと食べ物から離れたゲームにしないかな。
Rena's proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rena nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves.
じゃあレナ、次のゲームをあんたに任せるよ。何でもいい。
じゃあね。レナは審判だよ。このお祭り会場でかいいものを探してくるの。制限時間は1分。上等ですわ。レナの好みは分かってますもの。
よし、多分あれなら勝てる。
よーいダン。あれ、ケイチ君とリカちゃんはなんでスタートしないんだろう。
Mion and Sadako dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were.
ひょっとしてもう見つけてあるの？かわいいの。もう見つけてありますです。ケイイチもですね。
ああ。
なんだろう楽しみ。
Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mion and Sadako returned.
こういう形で直接対決するのは初めてだな。
初めてしますです。
リカちゃん、あれで勝つつもりか？
僕も部員です。勝つためなら快速第3条ですよ。
Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. Both Mion and Sadako came back, each with their own plan of attack stuffed in their arms.
じゃあ順番にね。1番は部長さんのみーちゃんから。
悪いけどいきなり決めさせてもらうよ。3はこれだ。
Where did she get those? They were old diamond-shaped tin signs.
カレーに蚊取り線香、昔懐かしのブリキ看板だ。どう？
That's very understated. A little too understated, Mion. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? But there were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it.
次は私が行くでございますわよ。これでございます。
It was the hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society's roasted corn stall. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife, and an anthropomorphic, roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Oh, here we go. That was the sound of blood jetting out of Rena's nose. It seemed to have been rated higher than Mion's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons.
所詮は量産看板。手書きには勝てませんわ。
I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking.
では次は僕が行きますですよ。
次はリカちゃんか。小道具もなしにどんな手を使うやら。
Did you and Sadako both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Rena. Seeing that, both Mion and Sadako gasped.
しまった。
Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rena hurried over to her.
リカちゃん大丈夫かな？大丈夫かな？
Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Me.
Oh shit.
かわいい。お持ち帰り。忘れてましたですの。一番身近な手を忘れてましたわ。
Rena's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her.
さすがだぜ。どこまで取っても一部の隙もない。ちびっこ、みこ、ハンナミだ、ミー、完璧だ。ただの苔を萌えにまで昇華した。これぞまさに芸術と呼ぶにふさわしい。
Yeah, if that's really what you want to call it.
ケイちゃんの方がわかんねえセンスしてるよ。
Yeah. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words, cutting through me like a razor, was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a dawning smile as she was caressed by Rena, who was in full Kiyute mode.
さあ、ケイイチ、僕に勝てますですか?
Probably not. That cold smile is frightening, Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes.
ケイちゃんにも何か秘策があってのことだろうけど、何を見せてくれるのかな。
私としましても、ケイイチさんのお手並み拝見でございますわ。ひょっとして、ケイイチも芸をしますですね。
I basked in their pointed stares, excuse me. I pulled Rena, who gave no sign of canceling out of cute mode, away from Rika-chan.
今から俺がもっとかわいいのを見せてやるから少し我慢しろ。
もっとかわいいの？
だがここはちょっとギャラリーが多い。あっちの影へ行こ
う。Rena looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine.
ケイイチさんの企みが見えないでございますわ。
ケイちゃんに限って、いやまさか。
ファイト、王です。
What is he gonna do? After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rena, dragging her feet.
まさかケイちゃんのやつ、ねんねのレナに変なことしたんじゃ。
Mion and Sadako passed by me, heading straight to Rena.
変なことって一体何でございますの?
Is it what I think? Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't expect that. Maybe I should, be expecting something a little different. For a moment, Rena was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her.
なんだ、みーちゃんか。
レナ！大丈夫？ケイちゃんに変なことされなかった？
レナ、変なことはされなかったよ。かなりの重傷ですわ。ケイイチさんは一体何を見せましたの？とっても可愛かったよ。
可愛い？レナ、あんた何を見せられたの？
Rena let out a real long, whatever her noise is. Her eyes sparkled as she spoke.
可愛かったよ。ケイイチ君のオットセイ。
Wait, what was that? What was that? In the blink of an eye, Mion and Sotoko's elbows smashed into my face.
レナに汚ねえもん見せやがって！
この大関スケゴマシ。
Okay, maybe it's not what I was thinking. Maybe it was
重複
worse.
して差し上げますでございます。
違う誤解だー。
A dark billowing aura flowed from Mion and Sotoko. It was no good. They were gonna kill me.
みーちゃん、なんだかわかんないけど誤解だよ。ケイイチ君はオットセイさんのキーホルダーですよ。
Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Haha, they got the wrong idea.
夏休みの宿題で作ったと言ってますです。恥ずかしいのでめったに人に見せないとも言ってますですよ。ちっちゃくて可愛くて精一杯頑張ったって感じがとっても素敵だったよ。
なんだ、てっきりおじさんはケイちゃんの、あはははは。
Yeah, ha 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 ha. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
さすがミオさんですわ。間違える方向もワイルドですこと。
They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other at any second. I beg of you. If I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? Oh. We were interrupted by the flash of a camera.
Yeah, Mina.
Tomatake-san, what's going on? Alright, we'll have to save talking with you for the next one because I'm really out of time. I actually need to go eat. So this will do it for this will do it for this episode. And the next episode, we'll see what Tomatake wants, see how the rest of the festival goes, and go on from there. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.